Hey, what's up guys? Sermon11 here, and today I'll be doing a discussion over the anime slash manga basically, of Parasyte. So, before I start, I always have to, put something in the video. You should check out my video, my discussion on Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? If you're caught up on the anime, I go through all of the episodes, kind of all over the place, but yeah. I also did a review over the Pokemon movie 17. Got one dislike, so maybe people aren't liking that, or maybe it's just a hater, who knows. And I'm still reviewing Naruto at this point, so yeah, you have all that to look forward to. And I have some other topics to do, but I haven't really, I haven't made the videos, and it's probably better to have your videos more spread out rather than doing one every day, because especially if people aren't into what you're doing, and your subscriber base is a little bit low. But yeah, let me just get into this. So, Parasyte, my Parasyte discussion, morality and monsters, humans versus parasites. I don't know if that's a good title. Tell me if you like it or not. I just kind of came up with it on the spot, so I was like, okay, yeah, let's go with this. So I think I mentioned that I did watch Parasyte in a previous video, maybe not, and I did enjoy the anime. So this video will contain spoilers, stuff later in the series, and definitely the end of the series. And Parasyte is a really old manga that recently got turned into an anime, and it kind of felt like an anime that was slowly developing into something big, but in a way that wasn't very true. Maybe I didn't understand the message behind it, but that's what I'm here to discuss with you, and you can clarify things for me. It was just like week by week the plot was slowly unraveling, but it didn't feel completed at the end. It was like the author said, oh, I got the message I wanted to put out there, and that's it. I guess everyone will just leave. I don't know. And there are messages all over the place, but after, Shinichi kills Goto, it just ends and the parasites disappear. Why? And then Origami, is that his name? Yeah, Origami? Origami. Yeah, Origami, he returns at the end to kill Shinichi and Satomi, and it's like, is Migi still alive or not? What's going on there? So this is an older series coming back to life in the age of newer series, and people have compared it to Tokyo Ghoul, but I'd say Tokyo Ghoul is better in every aspect. While I do feel bad for Shinichi, Kaneki's struggles were far worse in Tokyo Ghoul, and I guess I'm also used to more drawn out plots. I mean, the author had every right to end it where he ended it, but it could have felt more neat. It wasn't really a clean ending, in my opinion. And yeah, like sometimes older series are short and sometimes they're really long. This is a shorter one, and it's just like the plot, it just kind of ends. That's what I would say. But anyways, moving on to the main discussion. So one of the characters said something that really needs to be talked about. So the parasites, they need other life forms to live. It's in the name, they're parasites. So Tamiya Ryoko said in episode 18 of Parasyte, we can't survive on our own, so don't bully us. And people took it in a really deep way, but I didn't. I think the human race is absolute, it's on top. If you mess with the human race, you will be killed, and rightfully so. Humans are intelligent beings, and other animals show forms of intelligence, but they're not on the same level as humanity. And parasites don't deserve life because they need to take a life to live their own life. So we have a normal person who goes to work, takes care of their family. This is an example. Normal person goes to work, takes care of their family, and then a parasite enters this person's body and takes control of their head. From this point on, that person is gone, and the parasite is now that being. And this wasn't a feature of every parasite in the series. Of course, our main character and then that other guy he met. And I think those were the two that were different. There might have been some other different ones. I don't know. And, but this wasn't a feature of every parasite. But normally when they took over the humans, their eyes would look dead. And my problem with Tamiya Ryoko's quote is that you're taking away from humans to survive, you don't deserve respect in the slightest. Like, if this happened in real life, I feel like mankind would have reacted similarly and tried to kill all of the parasites. Like, there's no way that parasites and humans can coexist as long as they have to take over the human brain to live, or even just like a part of the human body. I'm sure some people, some weirdo out there would be cool with that. Yeah, yeah, go into my arm. Yeah, yeah, you're my parasite now. Something like that. But I think, like, in general, people wouldn't be cool with that, you know, having a parasite take over their body. They no longer exist in a way. So, yeah, we have that. And we saw in the series that they were able to work together, but when they took over another body part, they had to, it was when they took over another body part besides the brain, because if you take over the brain, as I've said numerous times, the person's gone. But if you take over, like, their arm or their leg or something like that, you only have control of that part of the body. And let me see, or, you know, like when they shared a similar goal with our main character. But as long as you're taking someone else's life to survive, you won't be respected. Like, no matter what happens, I feel like humanity is still on top. Like, if you're going to mess with that, humanity will take you down, or humanity will become monsters to stop you. And, like, examples of this include Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul. Well, that was all I could think of while I was writing this, but pretty similar concepts in a way. So I wanted to investigate the quote more for this video, and one thing really stuck out to me. They're basically animals in a way. You know, they need to take over humans to survive. It's in their nature, and it's exactly the same in real life. A parasite will die without its host. You know, once the two are linked, they're linked for life. So what humans are doing is basically killing these creatures for doing their natural process. Yes, that seems wrong, but you're still messing with another species, and an intelligent species is that. Perhaps I'm biased against humanity, but humanity rules this world. Like, we can control all the animals. We can control what they do as well, because we're smarter than them, and no one's on the level of humanity. But then comes the question, what if humans are the real parasites? We take from other species, we need them to live, but if you're going to go that far into it, then basically everything is a parasite unless it can produce what it needs on its own. I mean, you can't take someone's life and then act like you deserve respect. You may be trying to live like everyone else, but if you can't do that without controlling others, then maybe you don't deserve life. And Tamio Ryoko doesn't fight back. This is in episode 18. Tamio Ryoko, she's not fighting back in the park, and she allowed herself to be killed, but she did protect her child, you know, the human child that she had, because at the end of the day, they're still human bodies, because the parasite doesn't actually take over the DNA. So, like, I think this was really early on in the series. They're like, oh, we had sex, and it was, like, really awkward because it was two parasites, but and everyone was wondering about that because the baby came out human, but parasites don't really alter your DNA. So you have that. And really, if I was, like, thinking about this as I was watching this, it's like, of course the baby wouldn't be messed up, but I was not thinking about that. Let me see where I'm at. Yeah, you know, she protected her child, but she also killed a lot of people, and she didn't show any emotion towards her child in the beginning. A murderer doesn't deserve life. I know it seems like I'm arguing with myself at this point, but I called humans, I mean, it seems like I'm arguing with myself at this point because I called humans parasites. Who's the real monster here, and what determines one's worth? I would say that intelligence is what determines one's worth. We have a sophisticated world, we're above other animals, and we need to eat life to live, whether that may be plants or animals. And if you remember the test to see if one was a parasite or not, some humans were killed in it. You know, they were trapped in the building and they had to go through a scanner, and if they weren't human or they acted against the rules, they were killed on the spot. So they had to make drastic choices to save humanity. And I know it's bad that people were killed, but it is what it is. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I really value humanity, and if a few people had to die to save a lot of people, I'm okay with that. And it kind of goes with the train problem, if you guys have ever encountered the train problem. So, like, there's a train coming, and you control the lever. The train is speeding towards a group of 5 people, and on the other track there's 1 person. Who do you save? You save the 5 people because there are more of them. But if that 1 person was a family member, who would you save? it's just a morality question. Honestly, if your answers are weird, I think if your answers are weird, they think you're like crazy or something. Because like the first time, obviously, you would save the 5 people, and if it was a family member, you would save the family member. But there was a video on this, and some people said that they would still save the 5 people, and it's just like, you might not love your family that much if you're doing that, but I don't know. So, who's the real monster? I would go with parasites, and I've thought that since the beginning. You know, they need a host to live. When you take over a person, that person's personality and really everything about them dies, and they become a different, I don't know if I would say person, a different being in a way. And, you know, they kill and eat humans to survive. So you have that. And humans kill each other all the time. I mean, Origami, he enjoyed killing people. He, was it on accident the first time that someone died? I forgot, but like something happened, and then he basically enjoyed like murdering people, and it was weird. Humans are really bad creatures, and you know they wage wars against each other. We mistreat other creatures, but who cares? They're food to us. They're tools. Like, where do you draw the line? And it really is something to think about, and I'm kind of conflicted on it because there are so many different ways you could go with this. Like, this isn't even about Parasyte at this point. Like, it's like vegetarians, like you're eating the food for the animals that you want to protect. You don't eat, like, you're really into animals, but you're eating their food. There's a lot of different things. And like, people talk about like how humans are mistreating animals, but then you're eating animals. Like, why does it matter if you're mistreating an animal if it's food anyway? It's food to you. Why do you care how you treat it when it's alive? So perhaps humans and parasites are monsters. We have to become monsters to survive. We do it to benefit ourselves. Others become monsters for fun or to save others. I don't know. What do you think? If we had a similar situation in this world, I would be on humanity's side, and I know that at least. But which side would you be on? Would you support the parasites? Would you support the humans? Would you be split in the middle? Would you be conflicted over this entire thing? Anyways, guys, Parasyte was a cool series, but I thought it could have gone on longer and maybe gotten into, you know, more into the morality and the situation in the world. I mean, morality and monsters. That's kind of, oh man, that would have been cool, but I messed up. I was gonna say, anyways, Parasyte was a cool series, but I thought it could have gone on longer and maybe gotten into more on the morality and the monsters. But yeah, thank you for watching, and look out for more videos. Please tell me if you enjoyed this discussion or hated it. I don't know. I want more opinions on the video so I know what I should do and what I